Okay, so our new topic, new chapter of grade 8. The first chapter of grade 8 is food and digestion. इतना हम सबको पता है, वी आर मेच्योर इनफ कि जो भी हम खाते हैं वो क्यों खाते हैं, सिर्फ इसलिए नहीं खाते दैट वी आर हंग्री. हम इसलिए खाते हैं so that we can get energy from it to conduct everyday life activities. Okay, why do we eat? If I ask you a question, why do you eat? You can't say that I eat for fun, I eat just to spend my money on it. But you eat so that you can get benefit out of it in the form of nutrients, in the form of energy, and that energy is provided, is converted into the form of nutrients, and after that the energy that is absorbed, that is utilized, is uh, converted into every moment activity, from the process of respiration to the process of digestion, excretion, blood circulatory system, pumping of heart, even sleeping, thinking. Each and every activity requires energy, and for that energy you have to eat. Okay, now this chapter is about the food that you eat that converts in your body into nutrients, and these nutrients are the how these nutrients are digested. Basically, what are the nutrients, how many nutrients are there, and what is the difference between micronutrients and macronutrients, how the food is digested in your body, how it is absorbed in your body, because digestion and absorption are two different things. What happens when the food is absorbed, what happens when the food is not absorbed, it is not digested, it is excreted out, what sort of energy is being given by which type of foods, then how these nutrients are important in your body, what role do they play, and what deficiency, what happens or what deficiency is there when that particular nutrient is lacking in your diet, in your food. Then you will study about balanced diet, and after that there will be further processes, and inshallah you'll be studying it about. Okay, so let's begin. न्यूट्रिएंट्स इन फूड, आप जो भी फूड खाते हैं वो अपने अंदर कंप्लीट ग़िज़ाइयत नहीं रखता, कंप्लीट न्यूट्रिशन नहीं रखता. ओके, each and every naturally occurring food, I am talking about food, I am not talking about the supplements. All right, so keep it a distinction between food and the supplement. आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि मिस ये एक ऐसी चीज है जिसे हम पीने के बाद हमें सारे न्यूट्रिएंट्स मिल जाते हैं. सप्लीमेंट्स आर artificially made products that consist of more than it's a combination of several nutrients so that your body requirement is fulfilled. Okay, so this is supplement. And what is basically food? Food is whatever you eat to obtain energy, to get nourishment from it. Okay, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, fiber, and water. These are the nutrients in food. Nutrients वो ब्रांचेस होते हैं, वो कैटेगरीज होते हैं फूड के, जो हमारी बॉडी में जाकर फूड में से स्प्लिट आउट होते हैं, so that each and every nutrient has its own role, and when they are divided from the food, they are broken down from the food into our body, they perform that particular activity, they perform that particular role. Okay, Carbohydrates, proteins, fats. These are the macronutrients. Macronutrients means these are the major nutrients that provides you with energy. Coming to the vitamins, minerals, and fiber. They are micronutrients. These micronutrients, they do not provide you with energy, but they are very, very important in every day meal because its deficiency can lead to disability. Even its deficiency can lead to death. But they regulate all the necessary body functions in your body. Water does not provide you with energy, but water is uh, 70% of your body weight. It is fluids, it is composed of water. And then this water regulates each and every activity, each and every function in your body, right? Water does not provide you with energy. So you can never ever write in your answer that water provides us with energy. Water does not provide you with energy. Instead, it regulates all the necessary body functions in the body, and it keeps your body hydrated so that all your organs are working properly, right? Food stores energy and contains nutrients which are essential to our bodies. Mostly foods contain a mix of different nutrients. Let's take an example of a milk. Yes, a milk, white in color, it is a complete meal, but I know milk is considered as milk एक भरपूर नाश्ता है, खाना है. Without milk there is no life. But milk is deficient in iron. So each and every meal, naturally occurring food, is deficient in one or more major or minor nutrients. Okay? Some foods are richer in particular nutrients than the other. As I just discussed, that yes, there are every naturally occurring food is rich in one or more nutrients and lacks in one or more nutrients. Okay, so none of the naturally occurring food is self-sufficient in everything. Now coming to the category of first macronutrient. Macro means large and nutrient means nutrient. Okay, now carbohydrate is a macronutrient. That means it is a major source of energy. It is energy provider. 1 gram of carbohydrate, CHO. Carbohydrate is a short, CHO is a short form of carbohydrate. 1 gram of carbohydrate provide 4 kilocalories. Then carbohydrates are made up of elements, 3 elements only: carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. It includes simple sugars as well as complex sugars. Now, those who have no books, they can start writing down or jotting down some of these major points so that when you are just having a recap of anything, you are not left out, you're not left behind. Okay, I am not insisting that you should go now and purchase the books, but I will inshallah upload. I'll try my level best to upload at least first few pages of the first chapter so that those who do not have their books, they can go through it. Okay, Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates means sugars or saccharides. Whenever in any question you hear about the terminology carbohydrates, just keep in mind that it is about sugars, it is about saccharides. अगर ये तीनों words कहीं पर भी आपके किसी भी question में, किसी भी quiz में, whenever you study about it, just keep in mind that we are talking about carbohydrates. Okay, now carbohydrates is majorly divided into two main categories. The first one is simple sugars and the second one is complex sugars. Simple sugars is further categorized into monosaccharides and disaccharides. I will not be uploading this presentation, this PowerPoint presentation, until it is completely explained in the class. Okay, so do not worry that miss you have not uploaded it on LMS. I'll not upload it now because I don't want anybody to rush to the conclusion and study everything beforehand without getting any detailed knowledge about it. Right? Now, coming to the next category, that is complex sugar. Complex sugar is further divided into or subdivided into oligosaccharides and polysaccharides. Now, simple sugars, monosaccharides, mono means one unit of sugar. Okay, and disaccharides means 2 units of sugar. What if I say there is mono Hamza in my class in 8C. So there is only one Hamza in my class, 8C. And if I say Hamza, so that means there are 2 Hamza in my class. Okay, so di means 2 and mono means 1. Oligo. Oligo consists of 10 units from 3 to 10. Okay, so when 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units of sugars combined together, they form oligosaccharides. And polysaccharides, yes, what are polysaccharides? Poly means many. Poly means many and saccharides means sugar. So poly means maybe uncountable, maybe 100, maybe thousands, whatever it is. You don't have to go in so much of detail. हम लोग इतनी डिटेल में polysaccharides, oligosaccharides नहीं करेंगे. But over here we'll be discussing in detail about monosaccharides and disaccharides. Now carbohydrates, the majorly 3 divisions: monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Over here, monosaccharides means 1 unit of sugar. 1 unit of sugar is further divided into 3 categories. 3 units. The first one is glucose. The second one is fructose, and the third one is galactose. Glucose is the simplest form that is absorbed in any living cell. Excuse me. Previously, we have studied about that cell, animal cell or plant cell, requires glucose to get energy for its activity, for its functioning. Okay, so glucose is the simplest form that is absorbed by any living cell. It consists of only 1 unit of sugar. Now the next one is fructose. Fructose is fruit sugar, the simplest unit that is derived from fruits and vegetables. जितने भी fruits और vegetables हम खाते हैं, और शायद आप लोग नहीं भी खाते, because I know there are in your age students are very particular about fruits and vegetables, लेकिन हर fruit और हर vegetable में कुछ percentage fructose होता है. Fructose, simplest form of fruit sugar. Okay. Now galactose. Galactose is the simplest form of milk sugar. Milk sugar, milk and dairy products. हर milk और dairy product में simplest form, simplest unit, one unit of sugar in milk and dairy products is galactose. Okay. Now coming to the second category, that is disaccharide. Di means two and saccharide means sugar. जब दो units of monosaccharides combine together, they will become disaccharide. Di means two and saccharides means sugar. So the first is maltose. When two units of glucose combine together, they make maltose. Now, over here, let me give you an example. You people have eaten malt cake. Have you ever eaten malt cake or chocolates made up of maltose or malt sugar? This malt sugar is absorbed. This malt sugar is broken down into maltose. When you eat it in your body, it is digested and then absorbed as maltose. And then when this maltose is further broken down into the body, it gives off only two units of glucose. Okay, if you're writing down, write it down, jot it down, or pen it down. Coming to the second one, that is sucrose. Sucrose is a combination of one molecule of fructose plus one molecule of glucose. They both combine together to form sucrose. Okay, sucrose is found in fruits, vegetables, honey, and a combination of sucrose with other units of sugar is usually found in those products. जब आप लोग कभी किसी भी चीज़ के जो इंग्रेडिएंट्स जब आप लोग चेक करते हैं तो उसमें जहाँ पर फ्रूट्स यूज होते हैं, लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ फ्रूट कॉकटेल या फ्रूट बिस्किट्स, फ्रूट जैम्स वगैरह, वहां पर हमेशा सुक्रोज या फ्रक्टोज यूज होता है. ठीक है. Coming to the third category, that is lactose. When one unit of galactose combined together with one unit of glucose, one molecule of galactose combined together with one molecule of glucose, it will become lactose. Lactose is found in milk and dairy products. आपकी किसी भी खाने में, even if you are eating sugar crystals directly, you are always taking a form of disaccharide. जब भी किसी को ड्रिप लगती है, इंट्रावेनस ग्लूकोज दिया जाता है, so that your blood receives glucose in the direct form and it is readily absorbed by your body cells, so that your body can start functioning properly, right? You do not eat monosaccharides in the form of natural foods, but you can take monosaccharides in the processed foods or in the form of some fortified foods. Okay, we'll discuss what are the processed foods, what are the fortified foods, but gradually and later. Up till now, if everything is clear, just show me a thumbs up so that I should know. Coming again to the third category of carbohydrates, that is polysaccharides. पॉली मीन्स मैनी. आप लोगों ने पॉलिएस्टर या पॉलीफाइबर बहुत जगह देखा होगा नाम. Isn't it? Poly means many. आप लोगों के जो घर में यूजुअली पिलोज होते हैं या क्विल्स होते हैं, दे आर मेड अप ऑफ पॉलिएस्टर और पॉलीफाइबर, इस तरह से. ठीक है. सो poly means many and saccharides means sugar. Many sugar molecules, units combine together to make polysaccharides. Okay, the first one is the example, that is starch. अब starch सबने देखा है, कपड़ों पे कलर लगता है, और starch plant derived होता है. Starch is derived from animals, ऐसा नहीं होता. ठीक है. Starch is derived from plant sources. जो भी खाना आप लोग प्लांट सोर्सेस से लेते हैं, जो भी फूड आइटम्स ऐसे होते हैं जिसमें प्लांट सोर्सेस इन्वॉल्व हैं, वहां से आप स्टार्च आपकी बॉडी में जाता है. ठीक है. स्टार्च इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ various molecules of glucose. Various molecules of glucose combine together to form starch. Starch is derived from plant sources. Glycogen. Glycogen is derived from animal sources. Glycogen is derived from animal sources and it is a combination of several units of monosaccharides and disaccharides. You do not have to go in too much of detail कि कितने units हैं या क्या हैं, but over here if I ask you that how will you can you explain one-liners about starch, glycogen and cellulose? So over here you can explain about what is a starch. Starch is basically derived from plant sources and a combination of various units of glucose. Then glycogen. Glycogen is a polysaccharide that is derived from animal sources and it is a combination of disaccharides or different monosaccharides. Okay, now cellulose. Cellulose is derived from plant sources and it is insoluble form of sugars. We will discuss cellulose later. We will discuss starch, glycogen and cellulose later, but let me give you a brief introduction about cellulose. Plant का वो वाला portion जो animals या human beings खाते हैं, ठीक है, और वो हमारी बॉडी में एब्जॉर्ब नहीं होता, लेकिन वो होता है हमारी बॉडी के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट. अब आप लोगों ने नाम सुना होगा फाइबर का. Fiber is a form form of cellulose. ठीक है, फाइबर हमारी बॉडी में क्या काम करता है? फाइबर का फंक्शन ये है कि वो हमारी बॉडी में से जितने भी वेस्ट मटेरियल है, टॉक्सिक न्यूट्रिएंट्स हैं और एक्स्ट्रा जो भी हमारे इंटेस्टाइन में टॉक्सिसिटी है या बैक्टीरियल काउंट है या हमारी बॉडी में कोई भी जर्म्स हैं या माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं जो हमारे फूड के थ्रू हमारी बॉडी में जाते हैं, एक्सेसिव वाटर जो हमारी बॉडी में होता है, वो सारा फाइबर के साथ कंबाइन होता है और वो हमारे वेस्ट मटेरियल में चला जाता है, ठीक है, एंड इट इज एक्सक्रीटेड फ्रॉम द बॉडी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ फीसिस. You will study about it later, but cellulose का जो रोल है, जो फाइबर का रोल है, it is exactly the same. Okay? Now over here, if you have the textbook, we will start with the textbook and